Yo, what up, Fight World? It's your kid, Ego, man. We back. We back to talk about this boxing stuff, man. Hold on. Make sure you guys smash the like button. You know, I was like, man, should I even do this? And I was like, fuck it. We gonna do this live stream. I don't know how long it's gonna be though. Yeah. We gotta talk about it. Like, city, state, zip, where y'all at? Where y'all from? We gotta talk about this boxing stuff. Some UFC stuff. Hope everyone had a good night. Enjoyed the fights. Feeling all right. We doing good, feeling great. Yeah. I don't know what YouTube is doing. It will not let my streams go through. What the fuck? Man, I have no idea what's up with YouTube right now. Can you guys hear me? If you guys can hear me, put the number 5 in the chat. If it's choppy, if it's not choppy. Beantown, let's get it. Shout out to Daryl. Yeah, it's going. YouTube's going through it. They're going through it right now, and it's crazy because like what's going on has nothing to do with my channel, but they're on high alert because of what really is going on. You know, it's crazy. But they're basically, someone made a video saying children are endangered on the YouTube platform, and YouTube's not doing anything about it. So now everything's on a high alert, and they don't, while they're figuring it out. I don't know how it's rationed out, but certain videos aren't getting sent out even more so. It's always been a problem, people not getting the notifications, but now it's even worse. Like right now, it says that we can't even stream. Like it's on the red bar of health saying that's bad. It's supposed to be green. I have the fastest internet, I think the fastest package my internet company has. So I know it's not my hardware. I know it's not my software. I know it's not my internet speed. Up until this issue with YouTube, I had no problem streaming. But now I can't, and then it just disappears, This is crazy. But I want to talk about the fights with you guys. I guess you have to bear with me until it clears up. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Boxingego is the president of boxing. Let's get it. The Lotta fight was good. Listen, let's run down the winners real quick. Erislandy Lotta Castano was a draw. Luis Ortiz defeated Christian Hammer. Ben Askren defeated Robbie Lawler. Ruthless Robbie Lawler, but there was some controversy there. John Jones retained his title, and Tyron Woodley, lost his title. And he got dominated pretty much. So, we're going to talk about what's going on. YouTube been doing this shit all night. Yeah, bro. I know it's YouTube for a fact. It's like it's like they're almost screening my, like, there's a red. I'm looking at my thing and the health meter says it's red, my stream health. So it's like they're fucking up my stream on the front end. It's like they're trying to see if, this is some hidden cult or something. I have no idea, to see if I'm doing anything wrong. And then once they figure out this is, simply boxing talk, then it just clears up and then the stream goes back to normal. And it's been doing this for every single stream, no matter what time of day, whatever. So I know it's a YouTube issue. I know that because I just, watched all these fights and the internet, no problem, no buffering, no nothing. Now all of a sudden I can't get a stream with good health. It's unfortunate, like YouTube, if YouTube hears this, it's unfortunate that you have full-time creators like myself who have been on the platform, and because of cockamamie people who do cockamamie things on the platform, everybody is punished. Everyone in the interim is punished. One bad apple spoils the bunch, and because of the actions of a few, everybody got to suffer in the meantime. I'm sitting up here, we just got a silver play button. We should have been had that. Took forever to get. We about to hit 200,000 this year for sure, without a doubt. And we got 38 people watching. Now it went green as I'm exposing YouTube. Okay, it went back red. Whatever. But anyway, hitting 200K and about to hit 200K this year. And as we talk about this, we have 35 people watching. It's like they're not sending I know for a fact they're not sending the notifications out to majority of my subscribers. But what can you do? YouTube has been ham with the regulations lately. Yeah, man. See, this is. I don't even want to do this because I don't even want to. I just want to talk boxing and the fight game and stuff, but it needs to be said, and I hope somebody from YouTube sees it. The actions of a few are hampering everything for everybody. Luckily they not messing with my pay, my paycheck. We getting a good paycheck, so everything else is good, but it's just these little temporary inconveniences that we all have to suffer through. Like every time I go to stream, they don't send it to nobody, and the stream health is choppy and all this shit for no reason. But yeah, it's unfortunate, it's very unfortunate. Yeah, we working. You already know that. It's unfortunate because, like I said, people that had nothing to do with it are punished. Everybody's punished to a degree. Everybody on the platform is punished while they figure it out. Oh, okay, no one's stream's going out, or I don't know how it works. You guys tell me. But that paycheck looking right, so fuck it. Whatever. Shout out to Trey, what up? Solid fights. John Jones is a beast. I said John Jones is a beast. I think that was his 16th straight title defense and win. He's probably the greatest UFC fighter ever. A man has skills. Once he cleans up his act, doesn't let the outside of the cage stuff affect his career. He's hard to beat. Definitely hard to beat. Can you guys hear the stream? If you guys could hear, put your 5s up. I'm not getting I don't see nothing. There's no updates, no nothing. If you guys can hear the stream, put the number 5. YouTube up here is straight like policing this, like I'm Tekashi 6ix9ine. It's an easy work. Shout out to Anthony Pascal, $2 super chat. It said we working. You already know that. Listen, y'all gotta put your 5s up or this stream is over. I gotta know what's going on and if I'm talking to waste my breath. If you guys can hear me and you want to continue the stream, please put the number 5. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I can't control what's going on with YouTube. But if you guys want the stream to continue, please put the number 5. Because time is money. I got to pack. And I'm not going to just be sitting up here talking fights if nobody gets the notification. Nobody's here. What the fuck, the chat tripping? I told you, bruh. It says it's green on my side now. See why? That's what I'm saying. This is YouTube. YouTube is bugging. They trying to police this shit. Like, I don't know. They think I'm Tekashi. Like I'm just gonna scream Treyway or something. They trying to regulate everything. Like, this is insane. Pure insanity. YouTube got to get that together. Anyway, let's talk about the fights. Luis Ortiz. He was in a tough fight. Christian Hammer. I think he underestimated the dude, But see, a lot of people don't know shit about boxing. So, welcome to my channel. Excuse me. People are going to say Luis Ortiz didn't stop this dude and how's he going to call out Joshua, yada, yada, yada. Listen, first things first, you have a top competitor. Showtime telecast even said he's one of the top 4 heavyweights, right? He's a respected heavyweight. It's up to Joshua and the people not named Wilder who haven't fought Luis Ortiz. If you feel he's old, if you feel he's garbage, if you feel Father Time caught up with him, if you feel that he's not as sharp, if you feel that he's not a good fighter, if you feel he's overrated, you prove that in the main event, in front of the thousands of people watching and the millions around the world. It's that simple. Other than that, my stance is the same. Luis Ortiz, he was in a tough fight. I think he underestimated his opponent. He didn't do bad, though. Some people are going to try to flip it. That old media shit that they be trying to do. They're going to try to flip it and make it look like Luis Ortiz was exposed. See, they want to be new media so bad. I'm trying to explain it to you guys. They want to be new media. They want to be us so bad that they try to even come up with the points like we come up with the points. But they simply can't do it because we're doing it based on knowledge, patterns, performances, and logical rational ways of thinking. Old media is just doing it to try to settle some kind of score, vendetta, choose sides and stuff. Luis Ortiz actually boxed really well, to be honest. And he had Christian Hammer fucked up in that 12th round. He had Christian Hammer, and it was the body shots. See, when he was ripping body shots, watch rounds 6 and watch rounds 12, he had a lot of success. And in my opinion, Luis King Kong Ortiz, oh shit, almost punched my fucking mic off. Luis Ortiz, he kind of made a mistake. 1, I think he underestimated Christian Hammer. 2, he kind of got lured into a more of a ballsy dog fight and, a fight of who's going to get hit with the hard shots and trying to knock a guy out. And then once he reverted back to his boxing, jabbing, bouncing on his toes, he dominated. He dominated all those rounds. It was the rounds where he was aggressive. And that's, uncharacteristic of some of the Cuban fighters. But some of them, we know Luis Ortiz is aggressive, and I'm not making excuses. I thought Luis Ortiz had a good performance, but the thing is, Luis Ortiz knows he's a boogeyman. He knows he's called out Joshua, so he's probably looking to impress, and he probably seen that Christian Hammer had lost before and thought it was going to be easier than what it was. But you can't, top contenders, you know, guys like that, top 15 guys, you in the heavyweight division especially, it's still a 240, 50-pound man. So, you know, you got to be mindful. You can't just go in there expecting them to lay down for you, especially if they're seasoned. And the other thing, a lot of y'all motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing. Christian Hammer fought Tyson Fury. He fought WEC, and he fought Alexander Povetkin. And guess what? Alexander Povetkin is an Olympic gold medalist, and he didn't knock out Christian Hammer either. And that wasn't that long ago. So while the people are sitting up here acting like, you know, Luis Ortiz was exposed and vulnerability was shown, and, you know, he's Father Time caught up with them. Even the Showtime was kind of alluding to that. But they didn't tell you Alexander Povetkin's a power puncher, and he's about the same height as Christian Hammer. He didn't knock out Christian Hammer. Tyson Fury, I think, knocked him out on cuts or some shit. And then WEC is 7 feet tall and knocked him out. So either way, Christian Hammer has experience at the elite level. I'm not saying he won those fights, but he has experience. Sometimes that is enough to be tricky. But Showtime, to me, was giving Christian Hammer way too much credit. Way too much credit. He was cool. He was all right. But he was loading up with the right hand, trying to swing these Hail Mary home run knockout punches. And he caught Luis Ortiz a couple times with the right. You know, you keep whiffing it and throwing these clubbing ass punches, you know. Guys can't see it or get out of the way, or they're doing their own work. You know you're bound to hit some of them. But I didn't think what Christian Hammer was doing was effective. He was spending more time. It's just like when Luis Ortiz fought Raz Cojano. But Luis Ortiz made Raz Cojano pay with a beautiful 1-2. I was there live. Raz Cojano and these motherfuckers is playing around, like trying to bait Luis Ortiz into the wrong fight and shit. Like doing the showboating and, you know, acting like the shit didn't hurt. Motherfucker, we seen this shit hurt. We know it hurt because Luis Ortiz, when he was hitting you to that body, he kept having you back up. You doing all this face, you know, make it. Listen, this is going to sound hypocritical, but I don't care. Don't watch my shit because it's not hypocritical what I'm about to say. I love showmen, but I hate showmen, right? And I know someone, that's stupid. Here's why. I love showmen in the sense of when you're dictating the pace and you're like getting away with it, right? Then I have no problem with it. But it's a thin line. It's a thin line because I hate when people are trying to be showboaty and showmanship and they're losing the rounds, but they still try to do all that. Like, this shit don't bother me. Oh, I'm not tripping. You know, that I hate that. You know, like you'll see Brandon Rios versus Humberto Soto in Mexico or some shit. Soto is hitting him with bombs, just like winning the rounds, bop, 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 you know, doing 4 to 6 punch combinations. And then Rios is just like, you know, acting like it don't hurt, but you still losing, you know? So I like showmen in the sense of, like, we've seen Floyd Mayweather, Roy Jones Jr., Muhammad Ali, Prince Nassim, when they're showmen, but they're actually getting away with it. Roy Jones used to do some showmanship and showboating, and like look different ways and shit, and then punch you, and then, you know, hit you with a leaping uppercut or some shit. So he was doing this shit, but he was getting away with it. Christian Hammer was losing virtually the first 7 rounds, you know, easily, and he was trying to act like he wasn't tripping. Nah, bro. Yep, Soto's an OG, a war horse. You know, so Broner did it too. He like dry humping Maidana and all this stuff, but Maidana just put you down. Like you get behind him and like humping him from the back. Like, what's the point of that? You're losing. You're blowing it, kid. So I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of like showboating when you're not in firm control of the action. That's my thing. And you know, Showtime was giving Christian Hammer way too much credit. Way too much credit. Because he was landing occasionally, but he was losing. It was fun. It was a fun fight. It was competitive enough, but you could tell that who was winning. And that was Luis Ortiz. But yeah, I think Luis Ortiz, he should have like did his own game plan. He kind of got lured into a dogfight at points. He should have just been boxing. But Luis Ortiz, he did some things in there that's just beautiful to watch. His jab. This dude is whatever 250 or whatever he weighs, 6'4", tripling up on the jab, flicking it out there with the left hand, just beautiful stuff. His body shots, bop bop. He was hitting them with the 1-2 to the body. He was hitting them with single body shots that you could hear. Just rap. Oh my gosh, that body work in round 6 and 12 was beautiful, and that he should have kept that up instead of headhunting, you know, in spots and try to match him. Just beat him at his own game. Just beat the fuck out of him because he didn't like that body work. I could assure you, he was doing all them gestures and all that, but he didn't like that. So basically, Luis Ortiz made the fight a little bit harder than it needed to be, but it's clear to see he was winning it. Erislandy Lara fight, a little bit more difficult. Personally, I gave the fight to Lara by a round or two from the eye test. I'm not going to yell and scream like some of y'all do and say it was a robbery. I like the work Castano was doing, Brian Castano. He's game, he's rugged, he was doing volume. Like, he had some really good rounds in there. Like, round 3 was a very good round for Castano. And, you know, you're like, damn, is the herd war and shit like that, the Canelo wars, is that catching up with Lara? Because Castano was on fire in the 3rd round. But I gave the fight to Lara by a slim margin, by a round or two. They ruled it a draw. But, I thought Lara did enough to win it. The overall big reason I gave it to Lara is I think he had the more effective work. You know, I can't. Showtime stats and CompuBox and all this shit, to me, that's like more or less a guide. You know, it's just like I film, right? They have certain things called it was a draw. Lara didn't lose or win. It was a draw. In film, they have, when you're filming, when you're framing shots, they have this thing that's called the rule of thirds. You know, look it up. And it's about how and where to place talent and film. And that's a good guide. But the thing is, with the rule of thirds, you don't want to frame every shot like that, because as a director, you're making an executive decision to go against the grain and the conventional wisdom of the rule of thirds if you want certain looks and want certain shots. You get what I'm saying? So conventional wisdom and the rule of thirds and things like that, these are cool guides to do more often than not. They'll probably be helpful for you. But if you're Alfred Hitchcock or Jordan Peele, then you might want to abandon all rules and all rule sets and rules of thirds and these types of things to pull in your own shot, you know, that have nothing to do with that for a certain look. That's how I look at CompuBox. CompuBox is a guide, but it's not it's somebody with the little pin clicker shit. They be counting punches that didn't land fully, that were blocked, partially blocked. So, you know, I can't go off of solely that. So to me, from what I've seen, my eyes, I wouldn't call it a robbery. I'm not mad if you had Castano winning. Not mad if you had Lara winning. Me personally, I gave it to Lara. The draw's not, you know, out of the question, but I thought Lara did the cleaner work. But Castano was in there. I'm definitely going to watch him again. I like what I've seen from him, you know. So that's my standpoint on the Lara. I thought he did enough to win. But see, Lara has a problem too. It's weird. Lara, the way he fights is really weird. I'm going to explain. Lara is like, I don't know why he does some of the decisions he does in the fights he does them. For example, let me give you guys an example. You're fighting somebody who beat Errol Spence and Sergey Derevyanchenko, who had a great fight at 160 with Daniel Jacobs, who's now fighting Canelo. So Castano beat him in the amateurs, right? He beat both of them, Derevyanchenko and Spence. They were saying he had good power and he's a volume guy. You know, I'm not going to say I knew everything about him, but, you know, those are parts of his record. This is the real deal. Easy work. We got a $5 super chat, Anthony Pascal. Thank you. What's the next fight you going to? My entourage backed out of Canelo Jacobs. Sean Porter. I'm going to that. Sean Porter, you guys. I'll go to that probably. And then Mikey Garcia, Spence. You know, whatever the fans want after that. You know, I'm with it. I'm with it. But thank you for the super chat. So this is the thing that confuses me that Erislandy Lara does. Castano was known as a volume guy, rugged guy, tough guy who had great wins over relevant people now, like Spence and Derevyanchenko. And you look at Lara's last two fights, he's fought more in pocket, more at a mid to close range. And it's like he has a chip on his shoulder. Now he's like doing like the Tim Bradley versus Ruslan Provatnikov thing, where he's trying to show people, oh yeah, I'm not no runner. I can, you know, I got all different styles. And he's picking the fights to do it that he probably shouldn't do that with. The thing I don't understand is Erickson Lubin just became, Castano beat Errol Spence in the amateurs. Yes. It was like the Pan Am Games or some shit. As amateurs, Errol Spence is undefeated as a pro. Castano is undefeated as a pro. Moving on. Erislandy Lara is the decision making that throws me. It's the decision making that kind of throws me. So again, Jared Hurd is fucking big, bro. Like for that weight class, he's big. He's talking about he weighed 190, 195. I've been next to him. I've interviewed him. He's big for the weight class, right? You fight toe to toe like that versus him, right? And then now this Castano guy who's a known aggressive, you know, look pretty tough, undefeated. You're coming off of a long layoff, punches and bunches, you know, mix up head body attack, you know, just a solid all around guy. And those are the two guys that you choose to show your ability to inbox, and that those are the guys you show that you can go flat-footed. Makes no sense to me. Meanwhile, he fought Ishe Smith, who just got stopped by Erickson Lubin. I feel like, you know, Ishe Smith might have been stopped because Ishe Smith was getting hit with some shit. I feel like the Lara versus Ishe Smith, maybe press on the gas and you could have been the first person to maybe stop Ishe Smith. Erislandy Lara fought Delvin Rodriguez, and Delvin Rodriguez was getting his ass kicked. Delvin Rodriguez lost to Austin Trout. Delvin Rodriguez got destroyed by Cotto, coming off 2 losses to Mayweather and Austin Trout. And then Cotto, that was his comeback fight. He destroyed Delvin Rodriguez in like three rounds. And then Erislandy Lara fought a later version after all of that of Delvin Rodriguez, and it went the full distance. And he had a dead man in there and he wasn't stepping on the gas. So I really don't understand Erislandy Lara's game plan. Like, seeing how big Hurd is, I feel like you should have been more surgical and used the movement that we know you can move with. You know, use that precision, the boxing, and be on your P's and Q's. So, I don't know. I just don't understand that game plan to fight more flat-footed against the last 2 opponents he fought flat-footed. As opposed to fight flat-footed against Delvin Rodriguez, you probably would have stopped him. So, in a way, you kind of blame Erislandy Lara a little bit for some of the controversies in the decisions that he's getting. Like, I feel like he should have been like, if a lot of pot shotting, it might be ugly to some people, but you can't win every fight pretty. You know? Who cares if people think you're a runner? Fuck that. You know, at least you have the victory instead of a draw. You know, or in the Hurd situation, you would have had the victory instead of getting knocked down in the 12th. It was a great fight. So it's probably helping Lada's brand, you know, because people are saying, okay, his last 2 fights are wars. But for the longevity of him, I just don't understand the decision making. I feel like if you're going to do that, why didn't you do that with Delvin Rodriguez? You would have stopped his ass because you were hurting him and knocking him down. So I just don't understand, you know, the picking and choosing of the game plan at times. Why you got Saddam Ali all over your YouTube, Avi? What are you talking about, bro? Ivan Diaz, you have 10 seconds to respond. Shooters, if Ivan Diaz has not responded to what he's talking about, block him. He has 10 seconds. Good luck. Square Circle Ego, do you remember when you were telling the public Triple G was ducking Lada? You sound stupid. He did duck him. What the fuck? Did he fight him? See, listen. This is the problem with these. This is the problem with these man fans. So now I gotta dice them up, Ginsu style. Listen, they wait and wait and wait and wait and wait for years for something to happen, and then they try to act like something else is justified. No. Chill, cause he looked like you. Put him in timeout, bro. That's all. That was ridiculous. You wasted time. Yeah, I'm Saddam Ali. That's what's up. And you Miguel Cotto, we gonna get you out of here. We gonna send you to retirement, Ivan Diaz. That's what's up. That was hella random. Shooters, put Ivan Diaz in timeout. Let him think about his jokes better. Cancel that. I'll buy another one. Yeah, time him out like a little kid. Go eat you don't get no Lunchables. Anywho, you see, these dudes care more about me and what I look like than boxing. It's really suspect, but, you know, whatever. Anyway, back to you, Square Circle. I don't know why you laughing. You about to get chewed up. You're next. So, this is what these dudes do. He talk about Triple G, but Triple G still didn't fight Erislandy Lara. So you act like that you received some vindication, but you didn't get any vindication because Triple G ain't the one that did it. Castano fought him, Hurd did, but Triple G still ain't fought him. So what are you talking about? You're like, yeah, remember when you said Triple G avoided a lot of fight, but he didn't fight him. So you're in the hot seat, Square Circle. Explain how Triple G, how and when he fought Erislandy Lara. I never said that Erislandy Lara would beat Triple G. I said, why doesn't he fight him? Because this was before the Jacobs and Canelo fight, and he was saying he was avoided. So I've explained my logic. You explain yours. 20 seconds on the clock. Me versus Square Circle. Hot seat, get beat, meet, defeat. Shooters on guard. Now we'll see what's funny. Now explain your way out of that, Square Circle. In this Square Circle. Triple G didn't fight Lara. So what does that got to do with anything? You act like you proved me wrong. Like he fought him. Icy bodying you. Shooters, be on that watch. Be on that timer. He has 20 seconds. Train don't wait. DeAndre said, shaking my head. The males in today's society, shaking my head, concerned about another man's pockets and what he looked like. That's all they do. I care about who I look like, what I look like, super chats and money I'm making and begging, whatever. Yeah, count him out. See, notice he ain't got nothing to say. So he would have got the credit if he fought him. Yeah, right, Ego. The timer still goes on. You notice how he's not responding to what I said. You asking questions instead of answering the question I asked you. Keep counting. He's on. His time's almost up. Please answer the question. When did Triple G fight Erislandy Lara? How did you prove me wrong when he still didn't fight him? See, they're so emotional that they make everything personal. What would be the point then? Answer the question. What would be the point of you responding to my question? How about that? Keep counting, y'all. He's stalling. You see it. When did Triple G fight Erislandy Lara? How did you prove me wrong? You said, haha, Ego. Remember when you said Triple G didn't fight Lara? And you act like he did fight him. So how am I wrong? All right, shooters. So sorry. Toasties. This shit is easy, B. He said, what would be the point? Exactly. Clap him. Clap that man. His time is up. I seen the counts. It's over, Dozer. Square circle. Gotta go. Listen, you gonna come up with some good points because that hot seat is waiting for you. I never said Erislandy Lara would beat Triple G. I even went on record. See, this is what I'm saying. These dudes have selective hearing. I even went on record saying I don't know why Triple G don't fight him because I would favor him to beat Erislandy Lara. So not only did I say I would favor Triple G, I said I literally said that. The videos are still up. I said I would favor Triple G to beat Lara. So I don't even understand why he won't fight him. That's what I said. But I said I want to see it because Styles make fights and he's claiming he can't get nobody and he's fighting Adama and Dominique Wade. Oh my gosh, this is too easy. They act like they proved me wrong, but then they didn't. What did you prove wrong? Triple G didn't fight him. See, and this is what they do. They wait for Christian Hammer to put Luis Ortiz in a tough fight. Or let's say Luis Ortiz would have beat him. They'll be, and you wanted to see Luis Ortiz versus Joshua. Joshua didn't fight Luis Ortiz. So what does that mean? You know, these dudes got selective hearing. But I remember what I say because I'm responsible for what I say. So if you're going to use my words against me, make sure they're actually my words. Triple G didn't fight Lara. End of story. Canelo did, and Canelo's about to fight Jacobs. You know, Jacobs fought Derevyanchenko. Triple G didn't fight Derevyanchenko because he didn't want to risk the Canelo payday. But he the boogeyman, they say. Why would you be afraid about losing to Derevyanchenko when Brian Castano beat him in the amateurs? When Daniel Jacobs fought him as pro and beat him? But Triple G didn't do that, so he don't get credit for that. Hammer had a sneaky right. He was just winging it, you know. He was trying to hit that Hail Mary. Come with me. Hail Mary. Yeah, man. These dudes don't know shit about boxing. Christian Hammer went the distance with Alexander Povetkin too. Another puncher. So obviously he's game. Obviously he's tough. You know, not everyone's going to stop him. The bottom line is if AJ feels Luis Ortiz look vulnerable, then he should fight him. If he can't get Wilder next, he should fight Luis Ortiz. Triple G out here looking bad. People just want to see good fights. Who is Triple G going to fight next? You know, this is the double standards that we talk about on new media in boxing. They'll be like, oh, Wilder, he fought 40 bums. And they don't know the first 25 people on Triple G's resume. But they'll say Wilder fought all bums. And then love Triple G. Honestly, who was Triple G? Name the first person that Triple G, the first person that you thought that could beat Triple G that he fought as a pro. The first person that you're like, you know, this guy actually got a chance. Answer that question. Name the first guy that you said, not if it happened historically. In your mind, when the fight was announced, you said this guy has what it takes to really beat Triple G. Not that I want him to beat Triple G, but I think he can. He has what it takes. Who was the first opponent on his resume where you're like, man, that guy really has what it takes to beat Triple G at this point of his career? We already know about the Andre Ward. He didn't want that smoke. Okay, King Corleone says Canelo. And that was it. That was his last like 3 fights. So he got 30-something fights, and then nobody up until people are saying Jacobs or Canelo. So out of 40 fights, roughly, give or take, 40 fights, no, he didn't fight. The people are voting, and you didn't see a legitimate threat until Jacobs or Canelo, which was, I could pull it up right now. So what does that tell you? But then they'd be quick to say Wilder fought 40 bums and 40, whatever, 40 bums and bum squad and all that. The double standards are incredible in this sport. Okay, so Jacobs was his 37th fight. Canelo was his 38th and 40th fight. So you didn't think you didn't think Triple G was fighting somebody that really had what it took to beat him until his 37th fight, which was Daniel Jacobs. But then Wilder's 40-0, and you say he fought 40 bums and bum squad. Okay. So why aren't people so hard on the 36 fights that Triple G had that got him to the point where he fought Jacobs? You see, they didn't care. And then not only did they not care, they'll make excuses. Oh, Triple G had bad managers in Germany early in his career. So why don't you give that to Wilder? Why don't you say he had bad managers or this? You see what I'm saying? These dudes is lame. All they do is make excuses. Oh, he was mismanaged, and that's why he was fighting extras from Black Panther. Osanamu Adama. Motherfucker stole vibranium and then went and fought Triple G and lost the vibranium on the ring walk. Who is Adama? Where, like, literally, who has ever seen Adama ever again? Who has ever, I'm not even being funny. Who has ever seen Adama fight ever since the Triple G fight? Hello? Who ever watched another Adama fight ever after that point? Hello? Can you guys hear me? Like, I literally have not seen one Adama fight. Like PBC, Top Rank. I'm at all these cards. Golden Boy. DAZN. I ain't never seen no Adama fight ever since. So what happened? What happened? Where was Adama? Where has he ever been? Who's ever watched a Dominic Wade fight after that fight? That fight happened in 2016 in April. I was there. See how I just know the dates off of my head? So where's Dominic Wade? Like, who's ever watched the Dominic Wade since? Who's he? I'm really asking. What was the last card Dominic Wade fought on? Hello? He fought in about April, maybe May. I want to say April 2016. This is off the top of my head. No Google, no nothing. Because I was at the fight and I remember dates and shit. Because Berto versus Ortiz happened right around that same time. Because I remember I was planning my trip out and I was going to both of them in LA. So that's why I remember. Let me look it up. All right. Dominic Wade, April 23rd, 2016. Damn, I'm good. He fought him April 23rd, 2016. And again, I remember because I was at the fight and it was at the Forum And Chocolatito looked horrible on the card too versus McWilliams Arroyo. And the Berto Ortiz, I believe, was the same month. The Berto Ortiz 2 fight where Ortiz got knocked out. Boom. Off the top of the dome. Boxing Encyclopedia. Let's go. So where's Dominic Wade ever been since then? This is off the top of the dome. This is a freestyle. And y'all still ain't fucking with it. Name one PBC card, Showtime, Show Extreme, ESPN, ESPN Plus, DAZN, the app, the fucking fights, the ESPN Friday night fights, Friday Night Lights, the football movie, WCW Nitro, HBO Boxing, or anything card that Dominic Wade fought on after the Triple G fight. Because I literally never seen him again. Me personally. And I never seen the Dom again, so I don't know what happened to them. Triple G fighting blacks that just disappear and shit. Like the Get Out movie. Remember the dude, he just left Brooklyn? Motherfucker was dressing weird and shit. Took a picture, his nose started bleeding. Triple G was fighting that. Like, blacks that just disappeared after that point. And then starting the Get Out movie. Hey, that black dude from Brooklyn got so mad when he took the picture. He's like, cha-ching, He started attacking him, his nose is bleeding and shit. Get out. Yeah, Triple G fighting Get Out cast member. Remember the black dude that was running at fucking midnight and shit? Full sprint. Like, why is you running? He trying to showcase his speed at fucking midnight and shit. And he was running like the black T-1000. Fuck out of here. Why was he running like that? And he was hitting them cuts. That motherfucker was like Randy Moss. But I still get lost like Moss on the cross route. I'm the boss, ain't I? The language out the boss mouth's all about dollars. If it's problems, bring the cups out. That motherfucker was like Randy Moss on the cross route. Motherfucker. Yeah, he was hitting them cuts. Well, who the fuck was that? Frank Gore? Who the fuck was that dude to Get Out running like that by the barn at midnight, bro? You are not Marshawn Lynch, bro. You know I'm here. You know what I came to do. Fucking beast mode and shit. Who the fuck was that? That's who Triple G fought. Stop it. See how these dudes don't answer any of these questions I'm asking? Because they know, in their hearts, they know what I'm saying is real. And they can't. So all they could do is just sit there and get mad at their computer. God damn it. Ego has a point. But I don't want to let them know that. Man, these boxing writers and boxing fans are full of shit. They'll condone whatever. Triple G could fight that dude on Queen Coming to America. She's your queen to be. And they would justify it. Yeah, oh yeah. He starred in a classic movie with Eddie Murphy. He sang Queen to Be. So yeah, that's why Triple G's fighting him. These motherfuckers will make an excuse for anything. If you in that protected group, they gonna make it. Like Triple G's really fighting the Queen to Be guy. Yeah, I mean he has a weight advantage. You know, don't let his body fool you. He comes in great shape. She's your queen to be. Like, and they would justify it. Lomachenko, they'll justify it. Stop it. Stop playing with me. This is Death Row East. Believe in that. I don't care. Y'all know what I'm saying is true. Lomachenko fighting, Toyota Corolla or whoever the fuck he fighting, and y'all good with that, bro. Get the fuck up out of here. That motherfucker fighting Toyota Corolla, Nissan Maxima, whoever he fight, Ford Focus, whoever he fighting right now. You guys are full of shit. That's what it is. And Tyson Fury going to ESPN, he gonna fight Dog the Bounty Hunter, and y'all justify it. Oh yeah, I mean, Dog the Bounty Hunter. You see his his dyed hair and mullet, that's a good fight. Like, that ain't no good fight, bro. We want to see Wilder Fury, not Fury versus Dog. Who want to see Fury versus Dog the Bounty Hunter? Always got cop-outs, always got excuses till new media came and shut that shit down, man. We ain't not trying to watch that. You don't care. Just say that. I would prefer that. Just say it. Say I don't care if Triple G fight Murphy from RoboCop without the helmet. Y'all, Triple G could fight RoboCop without the helmet. Remember when he had the cornrows and he was like, Murphy, dead or alive, you're coming with me. Just say he could fight Murphy without the helmet, RoboCop without the helmet, and you be good with it. You gonna make an excuse. That's all you have to say. Murphy, dead or alive, you're coming with me. Hell nah. RoboCop ugly as hell, boy. You look ugly as hell. Ugly as boy. That motherfucker ugly without that helmet. He look raw with the helmet. RoboCop, you look ugly as boy. That motherfucker RoboCop ugly as shit without the helmet. You ugly as boy. Fuck you, me. You better put that helmet back on. You ain't gonna get no bitches with that. Motherfucker had scalp cornrows. Hell nah. Murphy, you're dead, man. We killed you. You're dead. You have 10 seconds to comply. 8, 7. See, I be knowing my movies too. Man, Triple G could fight Richard Dawson from Family Feud and The Running Man, and they would, oh yeah, that's a great fight. He's hosted several game shows, and man, nobody's trying to watch that. Stop it. Hey, Real Brother 32. And especially the racists, they don't care. They just want to see Triple G fight anybody, you know, that they don't like, that they racist against. Like, he could fight Virgil from wrestling and shit. Remember Ted DiBiase, that little slave character he had? Triple G versus Virgil, live at the Forum. They be like, yeah, that's a good ass fight. Like, he fighting Virgil. You like Virgil Hunter? Nah, Virgil from WWF. Get the fuck up out here. He said Triple G versus Triple H. Damn it. The Generation X and shit. See, that's what I'm saying. And look, people, they get mad when I say this, but you know what I'm saying is true. Tank Davis was supposed to fight Abner Modis in a fight no one was really complaining about. That was a solid fight, good name for his resume. Boom. Abner Modis gets injured. They have to replace it to keep the event. Tickets were already sold. He switches to Hugo Ruiz. They blame Tank. Lomachenko was supposed to fight, allegedly, Richard Comey, which would have been a better fight. He's injured. He's fighting Toyota Corolla, Anthony Corolla. And they're like, yeah, that's because Richard Comey, and now he has to fight Toyota Corolla, you know? So what's the difference? Like Genuine said, what's so different? Boom, don't know. Woo, woo. What's so different? How does Tank punished because he has a late sub the week of the fight? Lomachenko, months before the fight, he's fighting against Anthony Corolla because allegedly Comey hurt his knuckle or something. And you don't see as many people saying nothing about it. We just want fair consistency. If you gonna razz certain fighters for certain things, then make sure you do it to everybody. Triple G versus Rey Mysterio. Yeah, they'd be like, oh, that's the Battle of Mexican style. Rey Mysterio. They don't care, bro. Triple G could fight Nacho Libre, Jack Black. It don't matter. They're still going to act like it's justified. But the moment Wilder has to fight Dominic Brazil because AJ's booked up and didn't want to smoke, you know, Tyson Fury went the other way. Then they blame Wilder for fighting Dominic Brazil. Not to mention that's his mandatory. Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. You know, and I'm telling you, these networks, they are looking for a great white hope so bad. I'm not saying that there's definitely great white fighters. We know that. Caleb Plant, Joey Spencer. But the thing is, people are content letting them in their journeys speak for themselves, right? But there's certain fighters where they're not content. They want to tell you that they're here right now. They deserve this amount of money right now. And then you look at it and you're like, how is Lomachenko number one? How can you put, listen, let's have a battle right now. I'm ready. Boxing is a war zone. I got my boots on. Let's get it. Let's first start off. Explain to me how Lomachenko is better than Canelo, career-wise. If you say anything about amateurs, then kiss my ass. Kiss my whole entire ass. Because the amateurs don't have nothing to do with pros. Because this is not an amateur pound-for-pound list where nobody's talking about that. Because if that's the case, then Lomachenko would have been won that with 396 wins and 1 loss, you know. We talking about Ego, you so right. Does anyone remember Cletus Selton? Yeah, I remember that nutty professor. Come on, Cletus. The Hebrew hammer. And they're like, the Hebrew hammer. The power of the Hebrew hammer. I'm like, the Hebrew hammer? What? He's like, he hits harder than the hammer. It's a Hebrew hammer. Like, you know, they... Like, why? I don't never see him do this for Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford. You know, Terrence Crawford used to be on HBO. And they're like, Terrence Crawford, he's smoking everybody. He's like, you know. But when it comes to the Hebrew hammer, they're like, oh, it's all about the Hebrew hammer. The Hebrew is ours. The hammer comes. It comes at night. Like, what? This is Lomachenko. He did this high-tech matrix. Loma may get smoked by Teofimo. Yeah, but it don't look like... I mean, we got to see if they make the fight first. Teofimo said he only going to be at 35 this year. Then he moving up. Let's play the game. Step up. Where are these cowards at? I'm ready. Tell me how Lomachenko is number 1 pound for pound over Canelo. How do you have Canelo behind Lomachenko on your pound for pound list? Let's go. I can't wait. So basically, what has Lomachenko done as a pro over Canelo Alvarez, where you would put him higher? Tell me what the criteria is. All right. Since y'all scared, let's look at it. Lomachenko fought the likes of Miguel Marriaga and guys like what's the boy he just fought? Jose Pedraza and Jorge Linares, and his face looked kind of tattered up after those fights. Canelo just fought Golovkin, who's considered the biggest or one of the biggest middleweight punchers in a division he just got to. And Canelo's face did not look like that. So how? So explain it to me. So what are we doing it on defense? Because Canelo's face, when he fought Lara, who's a surgeon, when he fought Triple G, his shit didn't look like that. His face looked probably worse versus Mayweather than a lot of other guys. And it's not just about that, because there's different reasons for why your face could get busted up. Some people have scar tissue, but we know Canelo's face can get, the show the damages. Triple G is one of the biggest divisional punchers at middleweight. Canelo only had 1 or 2 fights, and his face didn't look like that. Lomachenko fighting Mariaga, and his face looked pretty worn, Same thing when he fought Linares and Pedraza. Pedraza was new to the weight. Mariaga was coming off a loss from Oscar Valdez, moving up in weight too. Name somebody who can move up in weight, and have Canelo's face looking like that, coming off of a loss. So name someone from 54 that you think coming off of a loss would move up to 160 and have Canelo's face looking like crazy, like Miguel Mariaga did. Mariaga was coming off an Oscar Valdez loss, moved up from 126 to 130, and tatted up Lomachenko's face. So you think, let's say Erickson Lubin at that point, coming directly off of the Jamal Charlo fight, would go up to 160 where Canelo was fighting, and then he would do that to Canelo? Charlo ain't never lost, so that don't even make sense. Oh, well, he did lose, but he didn't. I don't consider that a loss, Actually, Tony Harrison did pretty good. But no, I don't think so, because Tony Harrison didn't get all battered like that. So you think Jermell coming off of that performance would have went up to 160? Jermell, because that's the one that only one that lost. Errol didn't come off. See, you just wasting people's time. Errol Spence didn't come off a loss. You just guessing random people. I said name someone who would come off of a loss. Errol Spence is undefeated. You know what I'm saying? So I'm done. You're not even answering the question. You're just making up your own answers. But it's not even just the face test, because there's different factors in that. It's the all-around test. Canelo moves up, beats guys like Julio Cesar Chavez, who usually comes in big. Golovkin, who's supposed to be the biggest puncher, he had a draw with him. Then he beat him. Then he moved up to 68, beat a, middle of the road guy or whatever, Rocky Fielding. And now he has the opportunity to maybe beat Jacobs, And then look, what if Canelo beats Jacobs more decisively than Triple G did? Man, it's over for y'all. It's over for old media. That shit y'all shoveling ain't making sense no more. That shit y'all shoveling ain't making no sense. So anyway, Canelo has more fights. We determined his defense is obviously good because he's fighting big punchers like Golovkin, and his face is not looking battered. Meanwhile, Lomachenko fought a guy who wasn't. Linares, Pedraza, and Mariaga aren't considered the biggest punchers at those divisions, 130 and 135, and they all had his face looking crazy, So, somebody make it make sense. I just don't see. I don't get it. HBO said Chocolatito. How's Chocolatito better than Canelo? How's Chocolatito better than Crawford? Crawford continually keeps winning and making it look pretty easy in most of the instances. Chocolatito's fight, when he moved up 3 pounds, his fights kept getting harder and harder and harder. McWilliams Arroyo, tough ass fight. Carlos Cuadras, tough ass fight that was contested. Sor Rungvisai, toughest fight. Rungvisai rematch, gets knocked out. Estrada fight, contested. So what are we basing this on? Yeah, BoxRec, they're a good website, but the way they rank people is stupid. They had Jeff Horn as the number 1 welterweight. They rank it based on who you beat. If you beat certain guys based on their resume, you get a lot of clout tokens. So it's unfair because they look at it like, okay, Jaime Munguia beat Saddam Ali. Saddam Ali had beat Miguel Cotto, and Miguel Cotto is a Hall of Famer. So they're looking at it like shit like that. So it's not, it's like some kind of scoring system or whatever. You see what I'm talking about? So what has Lomachenko done? And see, what has Lomachenko done over Crawford? Is Crawford really showing less separation in his fights than Lomachenko has been? I just saw Max Kellerman interview. He biased as hell. I used to really look forward to like Max Kellerman's commentary, but recently I feel like he's more of a company man. Like, you know, he's like saying like agenda based things that HBO or ESPN want him to say. Anyway, we could do this all night. We know they're not gonna show up with no real arguments. And you know what the worst part about this game is? I know what I'm doing. And I know what I'm saying is true. But the worst part about the game is these dudes are such cowards, like these old media dudes, is they'll sit up here and brag and say this and this and that. And then when they've been proven wrong, they'll switch sides and jump to a next fighter, and they'll totally abandon the guy that they said was all that. You know? And then they start copping pleas and coming up with all these excuses. Like, they'll be like, oh, why should Triple G take tough fights? He shouldn't have to fight this guy. He's older. What you mean? You wanted, when Triple G was knocking fools out, you wanted to see a 39, 41, 42-year-old Mayweather fight Triple G, even though that's not his weight class, right? You want to see Mayweather rematch Canelo at 160, but now you're using the same, you're saying that Triple G at age 36, 37 is too old, and it's like people waited for him to get old, and like basically trying to justify why he's looked more vulnerable and lost his belts, and like basically setting it up if he does take a loss, you know, another one, here's why, because he was getting old. Meanwhile, you got guys like Luis Ortiz, they call him old, but then they won't give him the premier fights, and he's trying to get him. He's trying to get the Joshua fights. He wants a Wilder rematch. He wants to fight Tyson Fury. He wants Dillian White. So how is it that you guys say Luis Ortiz is really 80 years old, but he's trying to fight Joshua? He just called him out after his fight today. You guys are full of shit. New media. I told you it's that new wave. The shit they say does not make sense. Luis Ortiz, they exaggerate on his age and say he's 1,000 years old, yet he just called out champions in his division, including Joshua, you know, a highly ranked Dillian White. He said he'll fight Tyson Fury and called him out not too long ago. So how is it that no excuses, and then they make excuses why Luis Ortiz doesn't deserve a fight until he looks vulnerable? Then they'll say he deserves a fight, you know. But Triple G is younger than Luis Ortiz, and they say, oh, he's looked this way because he's vulnerable. He should have to fight Charlo. That's why we point out we putting cases on all you. We coming out swinging with all these double standards. You know it don't make sense. So you exaggerate Luis Ortiz's age, but then you want to prevent him from fighting elite level guys in his division, even though he's calling them all out. Meanwhile, you have a convenient excuse of why Triple G has looked like he's looked recently, and why he should just be worried about money fights and legacy. But then you hated when Floyd was talking about money fights and shit. It's just all over the place, and they know it. You know, they're saying Lomachenko, now that he's at 35, he's really a featherweight. You know, all the excuses in the world. Oh, he's really a featherweight. So Mikey Garcia, and I'm going to keep saying it, and this is my point. Remember where you heard it from, and I've already said it before. I'm already on record. Mikey Garcia and Lomachenko started off as pros in the same weight class. Guess what? Mikey Garcia had an absence of 2.5, 3 years dealing with legal banter with Top Rank. Came back and has already beaten Sergey Lipinets for a title, Dejan Zlaticanin for a title, beaten Robert Easter in a unification, beaten Adrian Broner, who had more experience at higher weights, and now he's challenging. I don't know if he wins, but he's challenging Errol Spence. March 16th, we're gonna find out if he wins. Yet they say Lomachenko can't move up in weight. So how the fuck did Mikey do this? Mikey fought at 140 against a Broner, you know, but they saying Lomachenko can't. Broner fought Pacquiao recently. I was at the fight, but they're saying Lomachenko can't move up and fight Pacquiao because he's too old. They're saying Lomachenko can't go to 40 to fight Jose Ramirez or Regis Prograis. They're saying he's the best fighter in the world, but he can't go to 47 to fight Terrence Crawford. Crawford is a new welterweight. I love him to death, but he's a newer welterweight, so he's still earning that. You know, he's a champion too, but he's still newer to the division. Errol Spence is a big welterweight, and guess who Mikey's fighting? The big welterweight with more welterweight fights. But Lomachenko can't fight Terrence Crawford, yet Mikey Garcia and Lomachenko started in the weight class. So you tell me who's challenging themselves. You know, and you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't say Lomachenko's greater than anything we've seen, but he can't do what Mikey's attempting to do. He can't do what Pacquiao has already done. He can't do what Oscar De La Hoya has already done. He can't do what Miguel Cotto already done, Floyd Mayweather already done. You know, he can't do what Sugar Shane Mosley done. So how does that make sense? It don't matter if Errol Spence beats him or not. Mikey's still going after it. So that's all that matters. Lomachenko, he called out Terrence Crawford. His trainer says that's suicide, and you ain't never heard him talk about it since. How come? Bring up Crawford, because you know Crawford is with the shit. Crawford ain't gonna turn down no fade and money opportunity. You know, he already said, man, they ain't gonna give me credit if I beat him. They're gonna say he's too small, but you know, whatever. You know Crawford ain't ducking, put it that way. So once again, my point, you see how they have clever, convenient, built-in excuses, but only for certain people. Only for certain people. You know, if you fit whatever their criteria is, which I'm sure race has a lot to do with it, then it's all good. If you don't, then it doesn't. You know, same thing with Tyson Fury. You know in your heart of all hearts, if the shoe was on the other foot, Deontay Wilder came off of this victory, or excuse me, a draw, where he was claiming victory, and then he switched networks and created all this confusion, and then said, hey, I'll beat his ass, but I need a tune-up. You know what Wilder would go through. People don't want to give Wilder credit as is, so you know what they would do if Wilder was the one that moved to ESPN and, you know, threw a monkey wrench in the rematch in the middle of Wilder Fury 2 negotiations. So meanwhile, Tyson Fury and Frank Warren think you're negotiating because you want to fight him next. You pull out and announce that you're fighting with Top Rank in the US and ESPN. You know that wouldn't fly for Wilder. Stop. Don't even front. You know that would not be accepted. They're the same people that say, oh, yeah, I love Tyson Fury stuff. You know they would not ride for that. They would not ride if Wilder was doing that. And the reason I know for a fact they wouldn't, even though Wilder's not doing this and it hasn't happened, is because Wilder has been ostracized for less. So if you're willing to ostracize him for less and make up shit and reach and, you know, do anything you can to make Wilder look horrible, then why wouldn't you take something that makes him look horrible? Oh my gosh, y'all getting hit with that baptism, I promise you. So, once again, it's very simple. If you have to reach to try to make someone look bad and stretch and bend the truth and make up these scenarios and stuff like that, then why wouldn't you take the easy target? It would be an easy target if he put himself in a position, switch networks mid-negotiations when the fight was on the 1 yard line, and then switch sides on him. That would be an easy target because you'd be like, oh, see, proof. Wilder says he wants to fight Fury and he won, dun, 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 but now he wants a tune-up. So, you know, that would be something easy to target. That'd be like easy pickings. But guess what? Only thing they can do is hypotheticals. We don't have to do hypotheticals. We could talk about what actually is happening and break that down. We don't have, oh yeah, but if Wilder didn't do this we don't have to make up a bunch of scenarios. They do. We're telling you what actually happened and discussing that scenario that is unfolded in front of our own very eyes. Tyson Fury's Kaiser Soze, he disappointed us with that. You know, he really showed all the differences in the first fight and said what made him different than Joshua, and did no different than Joshua. If anything, he did worse than Joshua, because Joshua just ain't never fought Wilder. You got involved in fighting Wilder, got in the midst of, you know, making the rematch, and then go the other way, flip a bitch. That's what we call a U-turn in the Bay. It's like, oh shit, I'm about to bust that bitch. The destination, you, Wilder, Fury, 2, Barclays, Showtime, BT Sport, and you're like, and they know they're doing wrong. The reason I know they're doing wrong is, why'd you hide it from Showtime? Why did they have to find out that way? You know, why didn't you just be honest from the jump? Because you knew you didn't want to get caught for it. You didn't want no one to meddle with it. You didn't want no one to intervene. You knew you was doing foul. That's what people typically do. Like, listen, if you cheating on your girl, then why don't you just tell her, hey, I'm going out, I'm about to be with this side bitch. She got good throat. Ain't nobody doing that, because they don't want to get caught. If you really that much of a gangster, tell your girl where you going. You know it's going to be a problem. You know she's going to have a problem. You know she's going to stop it. If you're like, yeah, man, I met this bitch at the mall. If she got a fat ass, she's trying to throat me. I'll be back. But you ain't going to do that. So you're going to lie. That's what you have to do. You know, man, Tony and them, we about to play. He just got the new Red Dead Redemption 2. So we going to play, me and Tony. We going to be playing on the sticks and NBA 2K. You know you're going to lie because you don't want to get caught up for what you're doing. And we know that's what people do when they're doing wrong. Block Anon Israel. Yeah, that's what's up. Shooters, cancel him. Cancel Anon Israel. You a non-factor. That's what you are. A non-factor here. This is Death Row East. Get the fuck up out of here. We run this. We control the narrative. Shooters, what happened to that boy? Brrr. Cancel them. I'll buy another one. Shooters, we slow with the time. Oh my gosh. Jane Souza, rockabye, baby. Oh my gosh. See, once again, you notice they never, ever, they're not disputing what I'm saying. He just said, this is lame. Get out of here. Dispute what I'm saying. That's what I want. Challenge, you know, let's challenge what I'm saying. Tell me what I said that you don't agree with. They don't ever do that. All they do is, oh, this channel sucks. I'm unsubscribing, man. Ego, I low-key think that was a typo. Oh, well, we strive for perfection. That typo cost you then, because that shit said lame-o. That where I'm from, that's lame-o has a meaning. And he was trying to roast. So your typo, your predictive text just cost you in the ego stream. I don't understand why the haters keep watching. They addicted. You guys don't understand. This is real life. They're addicted. You know, it's like anything. This channel is like a drug. I'm not lying. It's like Sherm to them. You know, it's like a Sherm high, and think they learned to fly. They are really strung out on my channel. Like, I'm not being funny. They're strung out. Man, keep calling me, man. Keep calling me. They got that. They sitting in the room. They got that dress shirt with the American flag on it, with a crack pipe, and their cell phone watching Boxingego. Man, keep calling me, baby. Keep calling me. Scotty, they're gonna kill me. They're really like, they on that stuff, man. Boxingego. The live streams is a drug. Everybody want to be a part. I told you we got that blue magic. It's like Pepsi. It's a name brand. I guarantee it. Yeah. Man, I used to work for. He owned half of a company. They don't own me, though. Yeah, this is $25,000 alpaca. You don't wipe that. You blot that shit. We got that. Yeah, how many times I tell you I got that blue magic. We got that blue magic, y'all. And they can't stay away. It's that, I told you, American gangsters. We did it, we cut out the middleman. Got straight to the boxing talk. It's that blue magic. Yeah. Yeah. Now you can go to Nicky Barnes. You can get it from whoever you want to. But I got that blue magic. Yeah, we got that blue magic over here. And they know it. That's why they keep coming back under these fucking witness protection program accounts and shit. Ain't nobody entertaining like me. Ain't nobody doing this like me. I'm the king of this boxing talk, news and updates, and I'm a pioneer. Who else could say that? These motherfuckers didn't pioneer. Nobody got game from these new booty ass poo butt rookies. I was doing this, when they was in middle school or whatever the fuck they was doing, and in juvie. We been at this. We been building the brand. We been getting like this. Yeah, okay. You calling me a liar? Yeah. I told you we got blue magic. So they keep coming for the, yeah, go listen to Dan Raphael then. Go to ESPN and all that. Why you over here then? Because we got that blue magic. Real talk, Ego is a trendsetter. I'm a trendsetter, never been better. We straight jet setters. Like these dudes, man, come on, bro. You already know what it is. It's that blue magic and make them all come back. But they don't attack the points we're making. They attack us. That's how you know we winning. If they can't, Ego, I beat him in the argument. He blocked me. All right, if that's what you want to tell people, that's what's up. And what grown man complains to another grown man about getting blocked? It's like a therapy session. It's like an AA meeting for them. I got blocked too. Ego's such a cunt. A little bitch. He blocked all of us. It's like a support group. And my shooters clap half of y'all. I didn't even do it. But I'm glad they did. Because you don't deserve to hear that blue magic. I told you, we got the... Yeah, I think you got the point now, Blake. We got that blue magic. You don't deserve to hear that. We dropping gems. Told you it's like a drug. Now, I never understood that. These dudes complaining and campaigning, like trying to create some support group against what we do. I got blocked too. He blocked me on December 15th, 10 days before Christmas. The nerve of this guy. Like, damn, you memorized the date that you got blocked? Hey, it should be hurting people, man. Hey, it should be hurting people's spirits and souls and shit. Like, this is just boxing, people. This is just boxing. These dudes, you act like your wife cheated on you or something. This is just boxing. There's millions of other hours of content uploaded from all different boxes. You don't have to get your boxing from me, but they know they want to be a part of it. They want to be a part of what we're doing because they know what's popping. They see the views. They see the super chats. That's what they're mad at. See, if we wasn't getting no views, if we didn't have that blue magic, then it'd be a different story. But they know. They know what we got over here. Huh? I can't believe the cunt blocked me. Stupid ego. Hey, you know what? Listen, I'm gonna help y'all out. Here's what you do. You're going to need a wide list because that's a very big shoe. These dudes be trying so hard to come up with a name that like roast me. Y'all got to do better, man. Because listen, if the shit was creative and funny, I would laugh. I really would. Because that's just the time. My brain's fucked up. So I would really laugh. These dudes be trying so hard. Oh, yeah, biased ego and unboxing ego. They be like Boxingego, Boxingego. Like, what does that even mean, bro? Boxingego and... okay. Like, they be trying real hard to play off names, but they can't even do it with nothing funny and nothing creative. If it was funny, I'll give it. What the fuck is Boxingego? Like, you just scrambled up the letters. Boxingego, Gego. What is a gego? They be on that short bus. They might drive faster on that short bus. I'm just trying to help y'all, man. Guys be getting all sentimental about getting blocked. Please don't go there wondering why. Even if I could, it would all be great. Put your picture on. Dear Ego, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I left my cell and my pager at the bottom. I sent 2 letters in autumn. You must not have got them. There probably was a problem at the post office or something, but fuck it. What's been up, man? How's your daughter? I'm about to have a daughter. Guess what I'm going to call her? I'm going to call her Hot Seat. Like, what? You going to call your daughter Hot Seat? Hey, these motherfuckers be tripping, bro. And guess what? I'm about to have a daughter. Guess what I'm going to call her? I'm going to call her Hot Seat. Remember that one time in the hot seat when you got me and defeated me and kicked me out the chat and I didn't do anything and I came back the next night and like, what? Hey, bro. Listen, peace, love, and hair grease. Breon Manley, block him. Yeah, joke's on you. Yeah, we'll see how manly you are when you go crying to the other Devil's rejects that got kicked out. Breon Manley clapped that boy. What happened to that boy? Shooters, you gotta clap this man. Get him the fuck up. Oh my God. Yeah. Anyway, man, we got the live live. We got the live stream. Let's get it. Shout out to real brother Sniper Gang. Oh my gosh. I told you we coming, man. We got the illest points, the realest points, most factual. We supposed to be on everyone's list. I'm telling you, we the new sheriffs in town. Promise you. Wait till you start looking at other people's views and stuff. You gonna be like, God damn. Like, damn, them niggas. You gonna be like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. New media that came up. These dudes, they at an all-time low. And like I said, what Ego's Army need to do, live prosperous in positivity, right? Don't pay attention to these other channels that you know are just trying to lure you in. That's what they want. That's what they need. A lot of these people are parasites. Don't fall into that. Fall into the gap. Fall into the gap. Who's old Bree? I don't get it. Someone said old Bree is here. Who is that? They was talking about the hot seat on the Showtime prelims earlier. They so mad. That's what I'm saying. What? Like, what is Showtime had to their show? What, like, these dudes is crazy. Like, they bring me up when I don't even have to do nothing. It's like Erickson Lubin, who's wins tonight, and they be in fuck Boxingego, stupid ass motherfucker. Like, what do I got to do with Erickson Lubin fight prediction, bro? Yo, we don't name drop. We don't do that. No soliciting. Listen, I don't know what any of these channels do. I know what I do. I know what I get done. If you guys appreciate it, then just support what's real in this game. You know, because see, you got to understand, when I started YouTube, there weren't a lot of people who wanted to be YouTubers like that. You know, in this niche at least. I don't know about in general, but in boxing. But I pioneered this shit. Now you see people want to talk about fights and the daily news and stuff like that. You know, there weren't people doing that. You know? So now you have a lot of clout chasing. That seems to be the new thing to do, you know. Mention someone else's name for quick clout, but that's not how it works. I never did that. Like, the people who were covering fights before me and I couldn't get credentials or I didn't apply, wasn't at that point in my career, I never mentioned them. I didn't do anything. Don't do that. You know, you never seen that. Like, when did I ever say anything bad about Ellie or something, you know? I respect the hustle. I respect hustlers. You know, these people didn't do nothing wrong with me. That's why I have great relationships with people who actually go cover fights. You know, because I see them at the fights, all love. They do their thing, I do my thing. You know, I keep my circle small like Cheerios. Oh, the dude came back in the hot seat? Yeah, Woodley got dominated. That shit crazy. Usman, he deserved that. I said hashtag new media and they all started coming at me. So I just kept yelling and posting new media and they got even more mad. These Joshua Man fans is desperate. You always big up your fellow man ego. Listen, I ain't never had a hate on another. See, we some true alpha males. I ain't never had a hate on no one else's success, you know, or glorify anyone else's shortcomings, you know. But I do know it's Death Row East, new media. I know what we do. I know we capable. And I know it's going to be a snowball effect. You know, just look at it. Like I said, the people, you notice this is the thing. The people who are growing on the platform, it'll show in some form or fashion. But when you see people stuck at the same numbers, never get super chats, never get recognition at the fights, never go to the fights, then you know something's the case. So the best way we can combat clout chasing is to support what's real and support, you know, don't get lured into these arguments because that's what they want. They want their comment section filled up with threads of, you know, people arguing and saying, hey, this video is stupid and all that. We're not doing that. You know, we're here to talk this boxing. So I would say our new shit is called Save a Comment. Save your comment for a channel you really respect. You know, someone who's putting it down, giving you the latest and greatest, you know, whatever, like insight. So we starting the Save a Comment Foundation. That's our new shit. Save a comment. Save the comment for the boxing channels that you really enjoy. Whatever channel that is that you really enjoy. You know, not just to debate with people. We beyond that. Look at new media. We don't have to. We've already said our points. If people are mad, the proof is in the pudding. We don't let they can come to us and debate, you know, give us the views, increase our threads, but we're not going out of our way. We've already done what we needed to do. Joshua Wilder situation, the world knows what it is. Luis Ortiz, everything we talked about, the world knows what it is. No, it's not. Don't fill up Don't fill up nobody's comment section with see you. Listen, you messing it all up. 469 Pat. He said fill up their comment section with Ego's Army. Don't do that. Don't fill up their comments. Period. I don't have nothing to do with no other channel like that. So I don't need to see my name. Listen, you guys got to be like alpha males. We don't have to prove anything. We know what we're doing. We know where we're going. We know what we're capable of. Period. We don't have to go gang banging and, repping some shit. The world knows what it is. When I see these fighters and they show me love, and there's so much that you guys don't see and I don't even talk about because I don't have to talk about. Like Wilder said, what's understood don't got to be explained. Caleb Plant's dad, he came up to me. He said, I love what you're doing. I appreciate everything you've ever done for my son and, just the way you carry yourself. And this was before they won the title. So, I got relationships for life with people. For life. So why do I need people to gang bang on other channels? We're not doing that. That's just a dub. If you want to gang bang, and bang new media, bang it on my shit. It's the easy one. Icy the one. Giving you that insight like Bloodborne, that madman's knowledge. Yeah, man. Like I said, save a comment. We starting the Save a Comment Foundation. We gonna see what's what, who's talking about what, and you gonna see like what channels are the most popping. But from here on out, everybody in this boxing game gotta stand on their own too. So if you doing what you're supposed to be doing for the public, and you talk about solely boxing and stuff, and it is great and people resonate with it, then it's gonna show. But from here on out, we doing the Save a Comment Foundation. Save your comments for channels that you want to support. Stop feeding into the negativity of like just various bullshit. So if there's a channel that's a daily listen, give them the support in any way you can. But the people that you listen to periodically and they have like shock jock titles and just bullshit, stop wasting your time. What's the point? Like I said, everybody got to stand on their own too. Do what you do, stand on your own too. Make a name for yourself, get yourself popped. Like 50 said, I done made myself hot, ain't shit you could tell me. We made this shit hot, and that's all we need. Eagles Army. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here. Let me know what you guys think. Some pretty good fights. John Jones, he's a beast. Tyron Woodley came up short, but shout out to Usman. The Ben Askren shit looked a little suspect. It looked like Herb Dean kind of jumped the gun a little bit, but some people were saying his arm went limp. I don't know. And like he didn't have the benefit of the doubt when Ben Askren was getting pounded, with like 10, 11 unanswered punches and had one hand like this and then the other hand was locked up. You could have made a case for stopping it then. So I don't know if I like the timing on that stoppage. Luis Ortiz, I said my thing. I think he boxed well, kind of underestimated his opponent. Thought it was going to be probably a little bit easier. And he kind of said that in the post-fight. He was pretty sharp. Midway through, he kind of got more to a game plan and boxed more. He's doing stuff heavyweights don't really do. I seen him triple jab and just shit like that. You don't really see that. He's throwing left-hand jabs and stuff. I know he's southpaw. So, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear like, oh, Luis Ortiz, he looked vulnerable. If he's vulnerable, then that's great. Joe Joyce, Dillian White, Alexander Povetkin, Usyk, whoever, they need to fight him then. Anthony Joshua. Don't just say he's vulnerable, but then you're not going to fight him. Tyson Fury. Who do y'all think Tyson Fury is going to fight in his first ESPN? I know. I have a feeling it's not going to be somebody that is anticipated. Damn, James Sousa clapping. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here. Holla at us. Like I said, we starting the Save a Comment Foundation. Save your comments for meaningful content that you fuck with, period. You know, we gonna make everybody from now here on out in boxing, they gotta stand on their own too. You know, you gotta speak with your content, not with clout chasing, not with, you know, a bunch of negativity and craziness. You know, that's how we doing it. Ego's army, we an army. See, an army moves strategic. You get what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying the dude that 469 Pat, he was like, yeah, let's fill up their comment sections with duh. That's not strategic. That's not strategic at all. Because then that's just going to create conflict, and we don't have to do that. This is chess, not checkers. You know, everybody else could play checkers. We playing chess. You know, we worried about us giving the fans what they want, getting to the next level. Whoever he fight, he gonna fight Bermain Stavern. Wow, you said it's gonna be boring. And see, that to me, that's like a microcosm of society. Like I told you, I really feel like this is why people say the great white hope, because you look at it, Tyson Fury is getting offered this, you know, whatever astronomical deal, and he's not even the most exciting heavyweight. You know, if you put him in there with the right style, like someone who's gonna push him, then he showed he can be in a fun fight. But him being the main guy, and see, this is what I'm saying. Frank Warren and Team Fury and Top Rank and ESPN, they know they're not being truthful. They're talking about it's a U.S. exposure fight, but you know they're gonna put him in there most likely with somebody that is not. Brendan Schaub said they're going to put him in there with a fucking bum. That's his words exactly. So you just know it's not going to be somebody that readies the public for a Wilder Fury 2 fight. You know, I would be shocked if it's Dillian White or somebody that's like, you know, a nice consolation to not getting Wilder Fury 2. I would be shocked if it's Dillian White or Luis Ortiz. So how is this a U.S. build? See, and this is what I'm saying. These networks, they got to get in tune with the public. Just because you have money, that don't mean shit. There's a lot of people in the hood that have money that went broke because they didn't have no business savvy. They didn't keep their ear to the streets. They didn't know what was going on. Or they had businesses and they didn't know what was going on internally in their business. You know, they're getting money stolen from employees and shit. You know, at the end of the day, having money is cool. ESPN throwing the bag, but we'll see. We'll see if they get a return on their investment. Because now Deontay Wilder is saying that he not even worried about Fury. He'll probably just try to target Joshua. So now the roles can be reversed again, where Joshua and Wilder might have a better chance of fighting than Fury Wilder too, and then Fury gets froze out. It's a dirty game, y'all. But you got to be careful about who you fuck with and who you don't fuck with, because the ride get trippy. Ain't that a bit? They were trying to freeze out Joshua, and then now Tyson Fury might get stranded on death row, left on ESPN with no real big names to fight. Brendan Schaub don't know shit about boxing. Rich Salazar, you in the hot seat. We're not playing these games y'all want to play. Listen, this is what they do. I've studied all of their tricks. He says Brendan Schaub don't know shit about boxing, though. So the one thing that I've quoted from Brendan Schaub, what do you disagree with? This is what they always try to do. Oh, but Brendan Schaub doesn't know boxing. So do you disagree with what he said? If so, why? You have the floor. You're in the hot seat. We're not playing these games. Now he says PBC killed boxing. Strike one. What do you disagree with that Brendan Schaub says? I could spot the rats ASAP. I've been doing this too long. Brendan Schaub doesn't know anything. Okay, so you disagree with him. Because what would be the only other point to even bring that up? So what do you disagree with? You think Tyson Fury is going to fight somebody relevant, that is a U.S. builder fight, that U.S. fans get hyped about, that catapult Wilder Fury into some crazy mega rematch? You already have one strike. Where you at? Shooters, get ready. I got something on the griddle. Come on, Salazar. Look at the names, faces, and profile pictures of people doing the most hating. So what do you disagree with that Brennan Schaub said? The one thing that I quoted. Shooters, put them on a 15-second counter. We're not playing no games. What do you disagree with that Brendan Schaub said? "13 seconds. Y'all got to count with me. We got a hot seat. Told y'all it's about to get ugly." What do you disagree with that Brendan Schaub said? Notice it's all quiet on the Western Front. See, that's all you have to do is break these dudes down. Just ask them to elaborate. You got 10 seconds. Nah, I got that. He's on 10. What do you disagree with that Brendan Schaub said? That's all we want to know. You said Brendan Schaub don't know shit, so, you said that in response to me quoting what Brendan Schaub said, and now you're not saying nothing. Shooters, block him. Just, I gave him more than 15. Block Rich Salazar. We're not doing this. You see how he had no problem responding quickly, and then all of a sudden, just block him. Get rid of him. Once again, another one. Every time. I told you, drive-by comments. Drive-by comment. It's always unexplained. Thank you for Real Brother 32 for handling that. Thank you guys for joining. Stay tuned for the latest and greatest in boxing. We got a lot to talk about, people. Peace out.